Okay. Is everybody seeing what I'm seeing? Perfect. And y'all can hear me? Even better. Great. Please lay down. I still got one monster up and moving. Sorry about that. All right. So to give you guys a quick little backstory on me, because I know I haven't met all of you or haven't had a chance to chat with everybody. Stop. I'm a mom of two. I've got two kids. Both of them are 4. One came out of my belly. The other one didn't, but they are both mine. We adopted my niece when she was 3 months old, and I was about 8 months pregnant. So I got a whammy, and we had to roll with the punches. And before I knew it, I was a stay-at-home mom and learning from a million mistakes. And I've been with Marianne for a little bit now. What is it? It's probably going on a year and a half or so. I met her she was a bridesmaid at my brother's wedding, and that's how we became friends. And that is a quick little version of how I came to Beachbody. Alrighty. So my topic is telling your brand story. I did not make up any of this. I had to learn it from somebody else. So these are a few of the things where I got my info from. I don't know how many of you are into podcasts or Lewis Howes, but he's absolutely one of my faves. I think I might have a little crush on him. And so a few weeks back, I was kind of already playing with the idea of doing this for a call. And then he has on Donald Miller, who is an amazing storyteller. He wrote, I don't know how many books, but now he does his own company, which is called storybrand.com. And he helps companies create their stories. He's even worked, his most recent one was he was trying to help Jeb Bush rewrite his story and be more personable. And then I also got a lot of info from the Bring the Bling Week. If any of you guys have seen that on YouTube, it's stinking amazing, a million nuggets of information. And week 2 with Andrea Crowder, oh my gosh, like that just made my light bulbs go crazy. All right. So feel free to just post if you have any questions to stop me. First thing, communicate clearly. This is where we all get so jumbled because we have so much information that we just want to like spew it all out, and we have like a mess and people get so confused. And I've even experienced this when I have people hit me up for other things like, you know, Rodan and Fields and doTERRA, and they like spew out all this information. I'm like, I have no idea what you're talking about. I'll talk to you later. Like, I just can't handle it. It's too much. So the first tip, speak on a 4th grade level. It sounds like you're dumbing it down for them, but you're not really. You are just trying to get your quick little input of what this is about. If you're on a 4th grade level, it makes it quick. It's easy. Nobody has a lot of time to sit and try and understand how you get PV points and how you get coaches and rank. It's just too much. So 4th grade level, I actually like to pretend like I'm trying to explain this to my 11-year-old niece. Not quite a 4th grade level, but it helps me get into that mind frame of explaining it just in more layman's terms and less jargon that we all know. Then talking to your customer. Your customer is anyone that you think is, sorry, Charlotte, 3. Stop, please. Okay. Talk to your customer. My target customer is the stay-at-home mom because that's who I am. That's who I relate to. So I pretend like I'm talking to my best friend. I don't pretend like I'm posting on Facebook. I pretend like I'm just being like, hey, oh my gosh, this is amazing. I was able to lose my baby weight, whatever the story is. And I go from there. I don't try to over-inform because with your posts, at least like your big target posts, when you're doing like your challenge group posts or Shakeology posts, you don't want to over-inform on those. Those are the ones that will totally like make people just totally, shut down and not want to hear any more from you. The best analogy I had was from Donald Miller, and he explained it as like going on a first date. You don't explain on your first date how you want to have kids and a house and do all this. you just do the little snippets that you want to share with somebody and not over divulge too much information and scare them away. And then lastly on this page, I have create a tagline. I just put this picture.
That sounds good. Did you say 2 o'clock? Okay. Yeah, 2 o'clock would be just fine for tomorrow. Correct.
Make sure you're muted, guys. Thank you. Create a tagline. On this one, I made it super easy. And are you worth 30 minutes? That way and then the picture also helps kind of explain the story of, obviously I'm sitting on a weight bench, so it's a fitness related, are you worth 30 minutes? This is called Pass the Test. Donald Miller explained it as passing. He calls it the grunt test. If you could answer these 3 questions within like the first 5 to 10 seconds that somebody looks at your page, they're going to know what you're talking about. Basically, what do you offer? How will it make their life better? And what do they need to do to buy it? I think this kind of, at least for me, as like I made these slides today and I thought more about it, I think this applies more to like our cover photo or like our first couple posts. When somebody first comes to your page and wants to see what you're about, you should have one of these questions answered in a recent post within the last, your last 5 posts. Because that way, when you go to message somebody and invite them, they're not going to have like all these questions about what you're doing because you're answering these questions ahead of time. They know what you're about. They know what you're doing. They know how you're trying to make their life better. So usually the what do I need to do has a few questions just because we don't spew all that out there like other MLMs. So we've got 3 categories that make it kind of easy, I thought, to break it down into how we do our posts. And I just focused, aside from like our day-to-day stuff, I focused on our big posts that we really try to get attention from. And we don't always get the most likes and comments on them, but people see them. Trust me, people see them. I didn't even have any comments on a coaching post. I was, to invite new coaches, and I was putting it out there about the opportunity. But then the next day, a day later, I ran into a friend and she's like, oh my gosh, I want to sign up. What do I have to do? She never said anything on Facebook, but she was all about it. So people are watching. So this is a little bit more in detail of the 3 posts from the previous slide. What you want to do is focus on making the customer the hero. Like we all know, this is about them. It's about helping other people. To explain to them how this is going to change their life and how they're going to feel is your priority when you write out your posts. You start out with what do they want to do? What do they want? Most people are going to say they want to lose weight. They want to feel better. They want to, be more active. So you're going to answer that in your posts. I've got an example of a post that answers all this right after this slide. Next one is, what is their problem and how is it making them feel? Typically the problem is that they're overweight or they want to tone up. And then we sometimes get the ones that need to gain weight and the customers that want to gain muscle. So the problem and how's it making them feel? They're feeling depressed. They're feeling like their life doesn't have meaning. They don't have a purpose. They don't have the self-esteem or, the community that we have. So that's their problem. You go from there, and how are you going to guide them to fixing that problem? What's the plan? Typically, our plans are challenge packs, challenge groups, how our challenge groups work, are staying in contact with them. That's our guide to keep them on track to solving their problems. After that, you're going to want to call them to action. Sometimes I like to save the call to action at the end just because, I don't know, I've seen on so many posts and read other posts from the top coaches, and it just made more sense to have it at the end. But you're always going to want to call to action on your post for sure. You got to give people somewhere to go, how to get a hold of you. If the post is really hitting home for them, they need to know what to do next. Then you also want to tell them what their life is going to look like if they don't choose your help. If just think of where you would be if you didn't choose to be a coach, or if you didn't choose to purchase that challenge pack. Could you imagine still being in the rut that you were in? Oh my gosh, I was a train wreck, I know for sure. So I would feel more bad for my kids than anybody else if I didn't say yes. And then you end it. You always want to end it, aside from the call to action, with a happy ending. The reward, the feelings, the fixing the problem. That is how you end it. And you end with that euphoria feeling, that euphoria statement, and people are like, I want that. That's how I want to feel. How do I do this? And then you got your call to action. So here's an example. I know it's a little small, so I'm going to read it. I actually just posted this tonight, about an hour or so ago, because I'm on Florida time, so it's a little bit later here. So real quick, I'm going to read it. Once your body makes the ultimate sacrifice, it's hard to get back to feeling yourself again. In the comfort of your own living room, you can shed the baby weight and regain confidence. Right there, I started out with the relating to my target audience, the mom that needs to lose the baby weight. Then I go ahead and say, you're in your own living room. You're going to lose the weight and feel great. That already explains what I'm going after. They know that we're doing workouts in our living room. Next thing is, it's been an everyday effort to feel comfortable in my own skin, but with our fit group, we make sure we don't drift away and keep on our own healthy path. That is part of my guide. I'm guiding them, and that's how I'm going to help them fix their problem. We feel better. We begin to feel better. We have a path, know where we're going. Did somebody have a question? Okay. We know where we're going, and it helps us. I'm explaining how we're going to help. Having other ladies by your side who know exactly what it's like to balance family and fitness is key. Now I'm building the community sets. They're understanding that it's going to be other ladies, and we're going to work together, and we all know what it's like to have a family and try and have fitness. Again, target audience. My mom's, the ones raising kids. We're at home. We need the community. Once you decide to make your health a priority, then we work together to find what fits your lifestyle and goals. That's kind of my call to action. I reiterate that at the end too. But it's also, again, about them. It's not about me. You choose your type of workout and favorite flavor of superfood. I'm breaking it down so they know what we're getting into. They know that they get to pick their workout. They're not being thrown 21-day fix or hammer and chisel. It's totally what's going to fit them. It's about them. Then I break it down to make it super simple. People love things in threes, so I went with the threes. I said, what we do on the daily: check in with our group, post about our workout, drink our superfood. No question about what is required to be in this group. It's right there. They got it. Then we move on to what would happen if you didn't choose to do this. Without the support of a group, I probably would have fallen off the wagon by the end of my first month, and the weight wouldn't even have a chance to come off. There, I would still be stuck in my rut of feeling blah. I could have gone into that a little bit more detailed probably now that I'm reading it out loud, with the feelings and everything. And then here I'm going to end it with my call to action and we're going to end it with the call to action and answering and solving the problem and how you're going to feel once you solve that problem. Getting to the point that you don't worry about what clothes will fit you or if you will feel comfortable in the swimsuit is such an amazing feeling. Your new lifestyle will show you exactly what you're truly capable of. This is what happens when you choose a challenge pack and you choose to join a challenge group. Then I do my call to action. If you're ready to make your health a priority and join us, comment below or send me a message. Let's start building your best bod. That, to me, sums it up. They know how to get a hold of me. This whole post has explained everything that we're about, how we're going to be involved. Easy peasy. Hopefully you get to avoid a lot of the questions when you get into the conversations with people about what your group is and what do I have to buy and what are we doing and, what do I have to do. Big thing that goes along with your post is your picture. If you have a picture of you, that's what you should use. You don't want to be posting just stock photos that you're finding when you Google something. It's not genuine. It doesn't resonate with people. My tagline, I put it right on my picture. Shed the baby weight, build your best mom bod. That's my target audience, the moms. We're building a mom bod. It's your best bod, not anybody else's. You're not going to have Carrie Underwood's legs. Sorry, she got them. She got lucky. We didn't. But this is how you put your tagline. I'm going to do one more slide and talk about Shakeology. Does anybody have questions about that one? Okay. And then, since we're kind of running behind. Okay, so this is my Shakeology. Whoopsies. Hang in there. Okay. Here's my Shakeology post. Real quick. Getting halfway through your workday and realize you haven't had a chance to eat happens to the best of us. So I'm hitting my target audience of people that work like crazy and you don't even realize you haven't eaten, which when I did have a job, I totally was in this category for sure. So I know what this one's all about. Fueling up on superfood smoothie is one of the healthiest ways to have the energy to get through the rest of the day and add nourishing vitamins and minerals into your diet. So I'm explaining what a shake is. Not getting too wordy, vitamins, minerals, diet. People can understand those basic, simple words of nourishing. I don't want to get too complicated. Again, I'm shooting for the 4th grade level. Sometimes we got to throw in a kind of bigger word here or there than 4th grade because this is superfood, it is science, but trying to keep it simple. Superfoods are, now I'm going to explain what it is so people don't have a question. Back to, what was this one? Oh, here we go. What do you offer? Okay, what do I offer? Superfoods are prime ingredients that your body craves to keep it moving at top speeds. Things like protein to make you feel full, vegetables to keep your brain thinking, fruits to fight off bad germs. I'm not rolling into probiotics, antioxidants, and low hung gal and all these crazy words that people are like, is this English? Because I don't even know what you're talking about here. It's too complicated for your basic shake post. Once you get into a conversation privately with them, you can go into all those details. But when you're doing a basic shake post, you got to keep it simple. Simple, simple, simple. 4th grade level. Then I say they're all concentrated into a powder that you add to your milk and water. Bam. They already know it's a powder. So there's no question as to, how do I get this? And what do I have to do with it? And how do I drink it? Right there, simple. Next thing I say is this way your body gets just what it needs and you will be able to fight off the junk food cravings for the rest of the day. I'm fixing their problem. No junk food cravings. Your body's going to feel awesome. Call to action at the end. There are 7 different flavors to try and you can change it up anytime. Just comment below or send me a message and I will help you give your body what it craves. It's back to them. We're helping them get what they need. Not about you. The photo that I threw on with this, just me sitting at home drinking a shake and I took a selfie basically, but you're drinking a shake. They see we got a chocolate flavor. Everybody knows that that's my favorite. And I usually post how my recipes go. But have a picture of you. Don't do stock photos. It's just lame. It's lame. Nobody wants stock photos because you're just selling stuff. You're not selling stuff. You're trying to help people. That's about it. I had one more about the business opportunity, but that is like, oh my gosh, super detailed, and it's already 9:30, at least my time. So I'm gonna.
You could get into it. Why not, Alex? I don't know how you guys feel, but I love all the info you're saying. I mean, this is so awesome.
Okay. If you're up for it. Okay, this is the exact post I did a while back, and I didn't have a whole lot of likes or comments, but I had somebody come up to me straight up and said, yes, I want to be a coach. So this one, I got a lot of this information as to how I structured this from the Bring the Bling YouTube with Andrea Crowder. And oh my gosh, I feel like that girl is like my sister from another mister. Like, oh, it's amazing how she words it and how she is. So I did 3 new intern openings. As a stay-at-home mom, I loved being able to be home with the kids for the last 3 years. But there were the days that I felt like I was just going through the motions and I couldn't see an end to the diapers and bottles. So I'm speaking to my target audience again, stay-at-home moms, get into those feelings of knowing that we feel like we're lost and like with just walls of diapers and, you know, diaper genies, and there's not much else to your life except for cleaning bottles, and it's a mess. A shower was like a vacation, and getting dressed up felt like going to prom. Tell me I'm not the only one. That's where I'm reaching to pull somebody in. If they're feeling it and they know where I'm coming from, they're going to read more. Because, you know, you see these long posts and you're just like, I really don't feel like listening to somebody's story today. So you don't always read everything. So you got to start out really strong. You got to hook them. Hooking them with the diapers and bottles, hooking them with feeling like, you know, just getting a nice shower, a hot shower without feeling like you can hear like a screaming baby in the background is, oh, it's worth gold. Okay. I couldn't shake the notion that there was something missing for me. I dreamt of a successful career that was mine, but I also didn't want to lose the flexibility and freedom that I had with being a stay-at-home mom. So I can't relate to the moms that are working and feeling like they need to be with their kid more. I'm a bit of the opposite. I definitely got lucky with a hardworking husband. So I'm a bit of the opposite, but I'm not going to try and play up the card of like, it's so hard to go to work when I want to stay with my kids. I'm already at home with my kids. So I got to go with what I know. I'm not going to try and like BS anybody. I knew this was a tall order to fill, and I figured it was too much to ask for, until I seriously began to consider the coaching thing that had been presented to me a number of times. So I'm putting that line in because we've all, like, I don't really know too many people that just signed up the first time. They're like, woo, yeah, let's coach. Okay, here's my money. You know, you really have to get poked and prodded. And I swear Marianne probably asked me about 7 times. So even just for the discount, and I didn't even care about the discount because luckily, like, we do pretty well financially. So I was like, yeah, I don't know what this coaching thing is, and I don't really need the discount. So I just didn't want to mess with it. But you know, when you're ready, and they come and they will sign up. I began as a part-timer, working around our lifestyle and schedule. I was fitting in helping others after bedtime and while the kids were at school. Back to my target audience of the mom, dealing with the family, fitting in, trying to work a business. In the last 3 months, I have put a lot of focus on my dreams, and I have been able to build my part-time gig into more. I'm seeing my tall order being placed, and my daydreams are coming into focus. So I'm going back to what I thought was impossible is slowly becoming possible. I'm not saying it's overnight. I'm saying that it's happening, and I'm putting in the work, because we all know this business takes work. For heaven's sake, it takes work. Now I'm ready to show you how 3 simple steps done each day has moved me to get to this point. So breaking into my call to action here. If you feel like you came across this for a reason, message me or comment below. I'll share everything you want to know about making this your reality too. So this is, you know, and then my picture that goes with this. I live in a beach town, so this was easy for me to just go out and shoot some pictures of my kids running out to the beach, because that's our lifestyle. And there's your tagline: work around your lifestyle. Not have to have your lifestyle be around your work schedule. That's the glorious side of our job here, being a coach. We get to fit in our power hours when it works for us. But so business opportunity, it can get more wordy. It depends on how you tell your story. It depends on what your story is. But as long as you're sticking to your target audience, you're good to go. And again, go back and watch the Bring the Bling one YouTube, because that explains this so much better. I would love to do another call just about business opportunity posts and sharing your personal story. I would love to, I need to pick the brain of a friend of mine. She's a English professor at the college here in town, and she could definitely give me some more tips about doing that, because I know I need to get better myself at that. But that about wraps it up then. That was only 9:35. Not bad. Alrighty. Any questions, comments? You have any slides you want me to go back to? So if anyone wants to do notes.
I have a quick question.
Yes.
I love this. I don't do enough of these super detailed posts, I guess, like this. They're more detailed, at least, than what I do. But I know our team tends to post like formal invites, I guess, on Sunday evenings. So I was wondering if you have noticed any, I guess, best time to post these. Do you get more action on them when you post on Sunday evenings or at different times? Or yeah, what do you see with that?
Yeah, Sundays, Mondays are definitely, I noticed, for my target audience. I also noticed, I don't know if this happens with any of you, but I notice a big pickup in traffic just when you're on your Facebook page and you can see how many people are it's like they're logged in, kind of, sort of, because I know if somebody clicks on it and then gets out of their app real quick, it still shows that they're active. But anyways, 2 PM, I've seen a pickup on 2 PM. So I don't know if everybody's just like sick of working, let's get on Facebook, see what's happening, because I don't really want to work right now. But 2 PM is a big one for me to post, like how I'm just having fun with my kids and I'm not stuck behind a desk type of posts I like to do. Sundays and Mondays, I definitely like to do business and challenge group posts. I'm a little off this week. I'm actually I'm going to attempt to do get together with some local friends and do a little fit camp. I'll let y'all know how that goes. So I'm a little off this week, but I would say Sundays and Mondays, actually Sunday mornings, I think are a really good time, at least for me. I usually like to post, that's this last Sunday morning I posted about doing my fit camp, and I had lots of people comment, because I know, like, shoot, for me Sunday morning, I'm sitting in bed. I don't get up right away. I grab my phone, I scroll. The Shakeology post I'd probably do like at 2 PM when people are like ready to munch down on some Cheetos or something. Any other questions? Did that answer your question, Heather?
Yes, sorry, I muted the audio to listen to your answer there. Yes, it does. And I think the Shakeology in the afternoon post is a good idea, because I know I crash that 2 PM crash that's always, on commercials. So I'll give that a try. I don't ever do formal Shakeology posts, so that's going to be something new for me.
Okay, good. Yeah, my husband, actually, I'm a breakfast shake drinker. That's just me. That's how I roll, unless like my day's totally out of whack. But my husband likes it for the afternoon, and he takes it to work with him, because he's usually all over the place the other half the time. So his schedule's crazy. So he likes his big breakfast of like eggs and all that fun stuff. But he does a shake in the afternoon, and he loves it. Anybody else?
I just want to say, Alex, this call was amazing. I took 3 pages of notes, and the call's recorded, so I'm excited for people to watch this. I know it's summertime, and not as many people get on calls, but the people that did get on the call tonight, thank you. And I apologize. I snooped into Ashley's account, and I needed her secret password and all this stuff. So, because I'm not her, obviously, but everything you said, it's like communicate clearly. And I wrote a bunch of notes on that, and the way you categorized everything. And it was really interesting because you talked about 3s. And I remember hearing that as far as like even interior designing, that if you hang up a picture on the wall, have it be in 3s. And I think that's important for us to, when we're doing these posts, to make it simple. Your posts are beautiful the way you have them set up. And I think what a great what a great thing for us to do to practice that and make that a habit to make all our posts in this format. It's beautiful.
Yeah, this just listen to Donald Miller and like explaining how people process, information, and when it's too much and too complicated, they just throw up a wall or just, do like a dump and they don't want to hear any more about it. It totally makes sense because I'm like, I do that too. So it's really great. You can all go to, I'll put this back up, storybrand.com. I watched today. He's got a free little 3-part video. You just got to put in your email address. And I watched that today where I got a lot of info from. But it really makes sense. And I just really shoot for my posts to basically, if I'm not doing a big post about a challenge group or the shakes or the coaching opportunity, and my little posts about fitness or health and wellness, I always try to answer one of the common questions I get. I don't have time. I have kids, how do you work out with kids? Just, the same excuses we all get, the same ones we've probably given people in the past. As long as you're answering one of those in your posts, you'll be getting across to people a lot clearer. But that's about it. That's all I got for tonight. So thank you guys for jumping on.
Thank you.
Thanks, Alex.
You're welcome.
That was being succinct in your posts is something I always I get too wordy. So that is absolutely positively the best call that could have come across tonight, because I was actually just talking to Catherine earlier tonight about just how I feel a lot of times that my posts, I'm not genuine. And those are like perfect. Those kind of push you in the right direction on being genuine. So thank you very much.
Good. You're welcome. Yeah. I mean, it's taken me a while to figure this out. I've been a coach for just about a year now, and I'm just now figuring this out. So I just want to like explain it to everybody at this point. I'm like, I figured it out.
And by the way, I actually am wearing my firefighter wife shirt too. So thumbs up.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Yeah. I sleep alone a lot.
Yeah, mine's a firefighter and police officer. So.
Oh, dang. Red
Yeah.
and blue. Nice. Alrighty. Well, thank you all for jumping on and bearing with me on my first call. I appreciate it. Have a good night, guys. Bye, Marianne. Bye, everybody.
Bye. Thank you, Alex.
You're welcome.